Welcome to today's The John Show. Organ transplantation is the moving of an organ from one body to another for the purpose of replacing a damaged or absent organ. Today, we invited a pair of twins to share with us their success story of organ transplantation. Please welcome Cameron and Taylor.
Woo!
So Taylor, you received a kidney donation from a twin brother Cameron. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling great, thanks, Joan.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with kidney failure last October, and I had a few treatments with the doctor, and he suggested that probably the only way I'd be able to survive was to receive a kidney transplant.
So, what is the cause of your condition?
It's a long story. My fiancée Flora and I were planning to get married on Christmas Eve, but I was worried that because of our height difference, I wouldn't be able to fit into the wedding photo properly.
Hi.
So I heard news of a new drug which supposedly could shrink bones, even though I thought this doesn't really agree with modern medical science. I thought I'd take a stab and give it a go.
Yeah.
But unfortunately luck wasn't on my side, and a few months later I ended up with kidney failure.
Oh, so Cameron, when you know that your brother needs a kidney transplant, what was your first reaction?
Of course, I was devastated. I thought, how could he be so stupid to take this drug first? But then, of course, he's my only brother and he's my twin. So I talked to the doctor, and he said that the best option was kidney transplant, and I didn't even need to think about it.
That's interesting. Joining us today, Professor Iwan Jorgen, Senior Specialist and Consultant with more than 20 years experience in organ transplantation from Hospital of Ogenfield. So, Professor, what is the difference between transplantation between twin brothers and other transplantation?
To understand this, you have to understand that there are many different types of transplantation. The case of twin brothers, called isograft, where transplantation of organ tissue or cells happen between two identical twins. Isografts are very different from the other types of transplantation because, while they are anatomically identical, they do not trigger immune response. This case is very rare because allografts, the most common cases, where two related or unrelated subjects from the same species undergo a transplantation, there will be a risk of rejection and trigger immune response. Also, we have autograft, the transfer of tissue or cells within the same subject. For example, if some accident happened to my face, then to repair my face, the doctors need to take a skin graft from my thigh and transplant it to my face. And xenograft, which is still underdeveloped, is the transplant of organ tissue or cells of different species. For example, transferring heart valve of pig or monkeys into human heart. However, xenograft is still at a very, very early stage of study and have yet to be established.
Professor, why would some patients experience rejection?
Transplant rejection occurs when transplanted tissue is rejected by the recipient's immune system, and it destroys the transplanted tissue. Rejection is an adaptive immune response via cellular immunity, and it's mediated by the killer T cells that induces apoptosis of target cells, as well as humoral immunity, which is mediated by activated B cells secreting antibody molecules. Though the action is joined by components of innate immune response, such as phagocytes and soluble immune proteins, Different types of transplanted tissue tend to favor different balances of rejection mechanisms. Transplant rejection can be lessened by determining the similitude between donor and recipient and by use immunosuppressant after transplant.
Thank you, Professor. Welcome back. So, Taylor, how are you feeling now? Do you experience any rejection?
It's been about 3 months and I didn't experience any rejection at all. I'm fully recovered now. The doctor did give me some anti-rejection drugs. It was called tacrolimus, but it wasn't really necessary. It just suppressed a part of the immune system.
Okay. It's a pleasure having the twins on our show. Thanks for coming and sharing your story with us.
Thanks, Jen.
Next up, we'll have the myth and truth of organ donation. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Today with us, we have the President of Organ Donating Association, Mr. Richard Payne.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, so Mr. Richard, well, certainly organ is the best gift to give to the recipient. But what exactly are the organs or tissues?
Oh, definitely. I'm super enthusiastic to be here today. It's just such a passion of mine. You know, I really used to be against organ donation, but then I had to change of heart.
You're so funny.
The organs that we can donate. Look, there's so many organs. You can donate the heart, as I said, the lungs. You can do the heart-lung double transplant.
Oh, really?
You can do the kidney and the liver. My personal favourite, which is the pancreas. You can do the intestine, but also the stomach as well. So there's so many lives that you can save by donating.
Hey, what about tissue to enhance other people's?
Definitely, yeah. It's not only organs, it's tissues that you can donate as well. Like you can donate a hand to someone. You can donate parts of the eye. You know, can you imagine that, like the eye to someone else? You can donate a face. Like imagine having Nicolas Cage's face. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can definitely donate like blood transfusions, a heart valve, and even bones. You can donate bones.
Actually, we went on the streets to ask people why we should donate, and this is what they said.
Many people forgot that by donating organs, we are saving real life and real people that have families and friends.
What do you think about organ donation?
Yeah, no, I'd donate a piano.
We're talking about internal organs.
Oh.
Why should we donate our organ?
I'm really sick. I'm gonna die soon. Why not?
Hi there! Welcome to the Mythbuster session of the Jones Show. Today, we're gonna bust a few myths. There's a myth that says medical staff doesn't try as hard to save an organ donor's life. Well, it's a myth. Medical staff's main concern is to save their immediate patient, and only when a patient disease, which means they have brain death or circulatory death, then the organs will be kept viable by ventilators or other mechanical mechanism until they can be excised for transplantation. Myth number 2. Organ donation is against one's religion. Actually, organ donation is supported by a lot of religion like Christianity, Judaism, and Buddhism. Number 3. Many people think that one can't have a traditional funeral with open casket if you're an organ donor. Now, let's see what a mother of an organ donor says. When the remainings of my daughter come back, she looked fine. She was perfect. The doctor did a superb job. I think she's beautiful because she's an organ donor. Myth number 4. Many people think that kids or older people or people with medical condition cannot be an organ donor. Well, actually, there's a lot of people on the list waiting for organs, and they include kids and older people. For people with medical condition, I'll just say let the doctor decide. There are a lot of tests that's been done before your organ can be transplanted to another person, and these tests will ensure that you are suitable for an organ donation. So, just donate, do not think. Thanks for watching The Jones Show. It's a pleasure having you here. See you next time.